Hello, everybody. My name is Afro the Sniper, and in about the past month, have watched both Otter and now today Macro's tier list for Apex Legends Season 16, and I just have to say I'm not impressed at all. Like, their tier lists were absolute dog water. Um, and I pretty much disagree with all of what they said, and I honestly think their tier list should have been reversed. So here I am to give you an Apex Legends Season 16 tier list that actually makes sense. Alright, so starting off um, in F tier, Crypto. Most people only know how to play him as a faraway recon. They don't know how to catch and release, hide the drone, or recall it before it gets shot. The drone is his whole kit, and once the drone gets shot, he's completely useless. Either buff the damage the drone takes, or make it like Echo and make the drone not be able to take damage at all. Um, at this point, I pretty much call the F tier getting cryptoed, because Crypto has and likely always will be the worst legend in Apex Legends. And if anyone ever got nerfed down to unusability, I'd also say that they got cryptoed. Up to the bottom of D tier, Caustic. And this actually makes me really sad because I recently just crossed over from being a Caustic main. I have 808 kills with him. But Caustic, my boy, I love Caustic. But no one cares about the gas anymore. Yes, you can pretty reliably heal in it, but in a firefight, people are willing to take 5 to 10 damage in order to completely take out a Caustic. His gas damage needs to be buffed, even if it's just by a little bit. Even if it went up by 2, make it 7 damage to start instead of 5. Actually give his gas a little bit of bite, or else what's the point? Moving up next in D tier, we have Catalyst. Everybody hates the rat team. If you are ratting at 3 squads left, you will be pushed and you will be killed. And the third team will let the second team kill you. They will actively not shoot the second team so that the second team can kill you. Catalyst makes you the rat team, and I would honestly quit if I saw a Catalyst on my squad in a random game. Make her able to lock down more doors or plant more traps, because Caustic and Rampart can each block at least 5 entrances themselves. Moving on, we have Wattson. Fences do nothing, especially if no one is around. They're easily destroyed, and really the only good part of her kit is her pylon. Nuff said. Rampart. Make Sheila pivot. The top of Rampart walls are too weak and pretty much get cracked as easily as a blue shield. Ironic, since they are quite literally a blue shield. Like I said, the biggest thing really is that Rampart needs to be able to quickly pivot while holding Sheila. I die so many times because I simply can't hit the correct angle in time. Moving on, we have Gibraltar. Slow is death in this game. And to be honest, everything about Gibraltar is slow. He moves slow, his ultimate charge is slow, and he's just a giant target in general. And your protective shield will grant you protection from about 3 more bullet shots than you would have taken. Arguably, the best part of Gibby's kit is his bubble, because it can stop sniper bullets, but at close range, his bubble becomes more of a headache than a boon. If you use his ultimate anywhere near a building, congratulations, you just wasted Gibby's ultimate. Because once anyone hears an airstrike coming, they're going to get into the nearest thing that can give them shelter. This is best used when you're being sieged from outside. Speed up his ultimate cooldown as well. It needs to be at least as fast as Bangalore's. Oh, sorry. When you're in the character select screen, it sometimes bumps you out. We'll get back to this in just a moment. All right. Moving on. Newcastle. Newcastle. This guy was touted as being the next really good defensive legend with a little bit of medical support. Really, all that he's good for is immediately creating space in a short-range firefight and hoping that he has a mobility legend on his team to rotate quickly. He forgets so often that people can walk directly through his shield, and anyone can easily walk around his wall if there's enough space. It is great that he can jump to his teammates, though. I must say that. Moving up to C tier, we have Lifeline. Still no res shield. Double revive is nice, along with the new ability to craft your teammates' banners. That alone puts nearly every support legend in C tier. Most people aren't playing it right, and they will res their teammate and then just leave them and not guard them, because resing teammates will get shot 95% of the time. Also, the new support ability really makes it so that support legends can now pull a crypto and just abandon their team once they're boxed, or even down, in order to just craft their banners. Making the player care package spawn farther away and making it come down faster was an absolute godsend. Moving on, we have Loba. Lifeline with better mobility and an infinite assault bin. If you see a fight going south for you, simply throw your ring very far in any direction and find the nearest replicator, because you're clutching, baby. Perfect with any assault legend. Next up, we have Mad Maggie. Useless without a scan legend. Useful to flush out cover within 2 inches. Make the AoE of her drill bigger. Make her ult do more damage. Great legend for rotating. With speed boost and a shotgun out, she is faster than Octane at base. Moving on, we have Bangalore. The epitome of C tier. Let teammates see clearer through smoke. That's my only note. Do your ult in a building. Moving on to B tier, we have Ashe. Alright tactical, great ultimate, super good passive, stellar attitude. If there is an Ashe on your team, they are the de facto leader. Doesn't matter who you are. Moving on, we have Vantage. Great movement, great ability for forward intel that can also see you. Great ability to get spotted and shot off the roof by a pro sniper. Your ult has 5 bullets. It's easier to aim than a regular sniper and does more damage than any other base sniper. Your ult has 5 bullets. Good luck! Carry a ton of shield batteries. You're gonna need them. Moving on, we have Seer. Seer is not good anymore. His heartbeat scans are super short range and irregular, and it's nearly impossible to hit his tactical, and Exhibit doesn't show enemies on startup, which is what a scan legend is supposed to do, show enemies. Without the new survey beacon ability, I'd kick him down to D tier. He's nearly been cryptoed. Moving on, we have Fuse. Fuse would be A tier if he didn't injure himself with everything he did. Shoot first, knuckle cluster to finish, and always cover your escape. Great at creating space with his ult. Next up, we have Valkyrie. Just hasn't been as good since they nerfed her movement a couple of seasons ago. Playable, but less fun. Rockets rarely hit anybody, and when they do, you'll get about 25 damage, and that's it. They need to buff the rocket damage or tighten the spread. Best part of her kit is she is still the best at rotating your entire team and quick escapes. Launch out of a Gibby bubble to make a safe escape. Moving on to A tier, we have Revenant. His climbing is not that applicable, but there is a ton of good stuff about this legend. The sheer terror of not being able to use your abilities is palpable, and freaking out when you notice that someone is in the shadow form and you realize you're about to have to fight a team twice. Simply hide your death totem easier and you'll have a better time with Revenant. Moving on, we have Octane. Octane. As a great friend of mine said the other day, Octane is not good, Octane is fun. Octane does what he does, and that's all he does. And all the pro players who are actually 12-year-old boys can have a great time running around and pretending they're the Flash. Jump pads are absolutely amazing, and they probably always will be the best way to push any team. Moving on, we have Mirage. Best buffs ever. Extended invisible res and tracking on bamboozles. This guy just straight leveled up. What else can I say? Not sure, but I believe if you were still in the extended res time and pop your ultimate, you could in fact do an invisible ultimate start. Horizon. If you are a pro player and you want to prove that you are the best person not only on your team, but better than everyone else on the map, this is the legend for you. Horizon has great movement, but an inability to rotate her entire team far distances. Also, if you drop your black hole, I'm just going to break it. If you are a Predator Sweat on PC, you either are playing Horizon or are not currently playing the game. She is the greatest tap strafe legend in history. Moving on to Wraith. Huge buffs, and they all work well together. Longer tunnels, but speeding up the longer it takes to create them. Only complaint would be that it still takes a long time to create them. Maybe implement something from FaZe in Apex Mobile, and when Wraith starts her tunnel, it creates a void zone around her teammates so that they can't be shot while they're waiting for the wormhole to open. Super good legend right now. Moving on to the top of A tier, we have Pathfinder. If you play this legend, you are technically soft cheating. Pathfinder is Respawn's golden boy, and they've literally been giving him secret buffs forever. Mostly due to the fact that everyone says his hitbox is as big as a fridge, but for some reason Pathfinders literally have bullets slip off of them. If you're playing Pathfinder, you are a pro player who is deep into the meta and probably pub stomps for every game. Zipline buffs are amazing, nothing much really more to say. In S tier, last but certainly not least, we have Bloodhound. Or as I like to call him now, Ultimate Bloodhound. His rework was so amazing. By using his kit correctly and by scanning survey beacons and scanning every crow you find, you can pretty much have knowledge of where every team is on the map, and you can either easily push or you can easily avoid other teams. As a newly converted Bloodhound main, I think it's awesome that people don't get notified when their team gets scanned by a bird. But that also creates a lot of paranoia. If you don't have a Bloodhound on your team, you never know when a Bloodhound could know where you are. With his new buffs, Bloodhound pretty much is the essence of the hills have eyes. With the rework of his ultimate, even if you don't have a bird around and don't know where a team is, you pop your ultimate and you instantly know where the nearest team is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Afro the Sniper, and that is an Apex Legends Season 16 tier list that actually makes sense. Otter and Macro can go eat your hearts out. And remember, I'm out there waiting for you.